Today we're going to look at the settings in Modern Warfare 3 that are going to help you guys win gunfights and see enemies a lot easier so you can drop a lot more people and make the game a lot better for you. So let's get into it, guys. We're not going to talk about any of those useless settings. We're just going to talk about the important ones. We're going to obviously go into controller in a second, but we also have interface and then account and network. So a lot of people don't think of these two when trying to get kills and whatnot. It's just, you don't see it being a thing, right? But yeah, let's get into it. So account and network, the only thing you want to do here is turn off this one right here. You don't want this on. You want the dismemberment off. The reason you want this off is because when it is on and you are in the gunfight in the game and stuff, you get these micro stutters whenever this animation stops popping up and stuff like that. So make sure you turn this off. You're not going to get those micro stutters. You're going to be able to like just get nice clear shots on the enemy, and it's just going to be really good. In the interface, there's a few things I actually want to talk about, and one of them is color customization. A lot of people don't come into this, they don't really think of it or anything, and honestly I have my enemies on red just for the sake when I make videos and stuff. It looks better. A lot more people are used to seeing this, but if you guys want, make your enemies yellow, okay? When you make them yellow, they're really easy to see. Their name tags are easy to read. It's just much easier to see than red. Once it's red and you get to like long distance and stuff, it gets a little harder and whatnot. So make sure you set that to yellow, and it's just going to be a lot better for you guys. You'll spot them easier. You'll see them a lot clearer. It's so much easier to snap onto them too once you see them directly with that. And then after that, you want to go into color filter and put it onto 2, okay? Normally it's on none. You want to put it onto 2. The reason for this is because it makes the game more vibrant. It makes the saturations a lot brighter as well. Everything just pops a lot nicer. Okay, so put it on 2 and the game's just gonna look better. And then the color filter target, you want to put it onto both. You don't want it just on interface. I think that's what it comes on normally. You want to have it set to both. And then the world color intensity, you want to put this up to 100. Once you put this down and stuff, I don't know where it is when you actually start the game or whatever, but when you have it down, it's not that nice. You want it to be nice and intense. You want those colors to pop, and everything just looks a lot better like that. Now let's get into the actual controller settings, because that's pretty important as well. So obviously I'm playing on controller. I'm on PC, so I could switch up to mouse and keyboard and stuff, but I like playing on controller. I have no back paddles, nothing like that. I'm on a stock PlayStation 5 controller. That's it, nothing else. So I play on flipped. I like it on PlayStation controllers. I find it feels a lot better than on Xbox controllers. If you're on Xbox controllers, I don't recommend flipping your L1, R1, L2, R2. There's just no point. It's much more comfortable in your hand to shoot with the bottom triggers. Now, if you are on a PlayStation controllers and you are not flipping this, let's say you have it off, you also want to make sure that you have your trigger effects off as well, okay? This is kind of important, and I think there's also a haptics that you want to turn off as well. I'm not really sure where that setting is. It might be with, yeah, I think it's with this here. Yeah, it's with this. So just turn that off. Just turn that off at all times and you should be good. Controller vibration, guys, turn this off, okay? Your controller vibrates, your thumb vibrates with it, you're missing shots because of it. Just not worth having on, in my opinion. And then dead zone, you guys could copy me. I did switch up a little bit. I used to play left stick at 40. I now play left stick at 50. I would put it to 0, but I have a little bit of stick drift when I put it down to 0. So definitely put it up if you guys have stick drift as well. If not, you can put it down to 0 and you should be good. And then my right, again, I got some stick drift. I would put it to 0. And then the max I would leave at 100. That's going to be it right there for these controller settings. After that, we're going to get into the actual aiming. And I want to say I have my sensitivity. I keep switching it back and forth. I'm not sure what I like. All right, guys. Sensitivity is not something I'm going to tell you, oh, you got to play on 5 or oh, you got to play on 20. I'm going to say whatever you're comfortable with. Don't worry. You're good to go with whatever you like. And I'm not going to say that someone should play on 1, because I don't think 1 is good for anyone. So that I'm gonna say, that I will tell you guys, don't play on 1. But I would say like 3, 4, and then anywhere up to like maybe 13, 14. And if you're really cracked out, you can put it up to like 20 or whatever. But I mean, that's on you. That's on you. My ADS sensitivity multiplier, this is the one that I will recommend, especially if you're playing a lot higher on this. You want to set this lower, and no matter what your sensitivity is here, this has no effect on it. So it's kind of its own sensitivity. But this is when you're aiming down sights, you want to have this lower so that you could actually hit targets nicely, okay? This is going to be good. You could stay on target if people are trying to slide, people are diving, doing all these kind of movement things, you'll stick to them nicely. Now, 80 might be too low for some people, so I would recommend starting off at 95, and then trying to go lower from there and see what sits right with you. I like 80. I feel like it's good. If you're sniping, if you're quick scoping, or you're using a shotgun or something and you're ADSing a lot, put this up, all right? You don't want this down here, but if you're using an AR, an SMG, an LMG, all that kind of stuff, putting it at 0.80 is definitely going to do you a nice job. After that, I have dynamic or linear. I mean, you could play on whatever. You could even play on standard. I'll be honest with you guys, I don't notice much of a difference, alright? I really don't. Like, I've been testing it a lot lately. I used to think linear was the best. I used to think dynamic was the best. I actually don't even notice much of a difference when I'm in a gunfight. Gunfights are just so fast in this game that you're probably not going to notice a difference either. So just leave it as is if you want, if you're comfortable with it, or you could set it higher and whatever. Anyways, the curve slope scale, I did put mine to 0.75. I do find it better when it's lower, but again, that might just be me. I do like it there. It is what it is. And then obviously, custom sensitivity per zoom, you guys could set these. I do turn it on sometimes, and I do have my ADS. I'll put this one down to 80, and then the 2 to 3 times scopes I have at 0.95. And then if you're sniping with an SMG, you could have this on so that your SMG is 0.80 when ADS, your sensitivity, and then your sniper could be up at a 1. So that's good if you're using both weapons. But if you're just using one weapon, just turn this off and set this one here. I think, no, the ADS sensitivity, this one right here, set that to what you like. But if you're using multiple weapons on the same class, that's where this really comes in handy, and that's what I would recommend using. Now, target aim assist is on Black Ops. I'm just so used to it. I know they nerfed Black Ops like last year, I think, or 2 years ago or something. I'm just so used to it. I just play on it, right? So I like it as is. And then all this, we can definitely turn all of this off right there. And then in gameplay, what I like to do is turn off automatic sprint. I used to have this on all the time. It used to be nice, it used to be good, but I don't like it anymore. Especially if I'm using a dual wielded weapon, I can't shoot. I just end up sprinting because I'm moving up on a little bit on my left stick. I don't like that. And then the auto move forward, obviously off. Now, one thing I don't like is that I have my grounded mantle on. I might just turn this off. I might actually just turn it off. I don't know if I want it or not. But it is annoying. It is really annoying because I get into a gunfight, I like to jump shot in gunfights rather than drop shot, and I end up mantling stuff. Even with my automatic airborne mantle off, I still end up mantling stuff sometimes, alright? This one here, no matter what, if something's behind you, beside you, and it's mantleable, that's not even a word. How would you say that? If you could mantle it, I guess you could say. No matter what, if this is on, you'll mantle it at all times. This one right here, it's not supposed to automatically mantle stuff, but I guess because I'm facing some certain things in gunfights, it just mantles it, and it's annoying. So I might turn that off if I'm being honest with you guys. Everything else pretty much is basically whatever you guys like. It's kind of like on your own, right? So I mean, I'll go down, I'll let you guys pause it and see what you guys want here, but honestly, that's about it. I have no more settings for you guys. Like I said, we're just going to talk about the important ones today, so that's going to be it for the video. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure to drop a big like. I would appreciate that. Sub to the channel, those notifications turned on, and let me know down in the comments below, what is your KD now that we're getting to the end of Modern Warfare 3? I'm curious to know what everybody's KD is in the game. I averaged like around a 1.5, 1.6 throughout the year. I was a lot lower at the beginning of the year, so I'm happy with where I'm at. I'm not the happiest, but I'm kind of happy with where I'm at, especially as a mostly search and destroy player. I'll take it. You know, it's not the worst. It's not the worst. And I'm a solo player too, so skill-based matchmaking really shoves me down and stuff. But it is what it is. Black Ops 6 is coming out soon. I can't wait for that. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Nick, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.